Hi friends, welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about this camera, the Fujifilm Discovery S1050 zoom date to be in particular. Not sure why the name is so long, but that's what it is, okay? I've shot about 5 rolls on this camera so far, which is a lot more than I initially planned because, quite honestly, I liked it a lot more than I thought I was going to, so. This is a really cheap point-and-shoot 35mm camera. You can get it on eBay for less than $10. I did see it on Etsy for like $80. Do not pay $80 for this camera, for the love of God. Don't do it. I like it, but it's not worth $80. I don't know why people think they can just upcharge cameras like that. It's not worth it. It's good, but it's not worth it, okay? Don't pay $80 for this. Anyway, let's get into some of the specifications, shall we? So it takes a CR123A battery on the side of the camera. It has a 38 to 105mm autofocus zoom lens with a sure loading and automatic rewind system and built-in red eye reduction. The LCD screen displays the battery icon, the mode, and the date settings. This camera has 6 different modes that you can choose from, which are auto flash, which is the automatic setting when you turn the camera on. There's no icon for it on the LCD screen, so it's just basically the automatic setting that happens when you turn on the camera. The next setting, or otherwise the first mode when you press the mode button technically, is the red eye reduction flash, which is the eye icon for portraits taken with a flash that supposedly would remove the red eye from the portrait. I don't think I ever used it. Sorry, I don't have an example picture, but you know, whatever. The next setting is backlight compensation flash mode, and then no flash mode, landscape mode, best for landscapes, obviously. And then lastly is night portrait mode, which uses a slower shutter speed, so be careful of camera shake if you decide to use that setting. Next, and honestly probably my favorite part about this camera, is the self-timer setting. So the reason why I like this setting so much is, first of all, the self-timer is 10 seconds long, right? A lot of cameras have self-timers where you can set it to be like 3 seconds and then 5 seconds and then 10 seconds. This one you can't, it's just 10 seconds. But you can set it up to take from 1 to 3 consecutive shots in a row, which I tend to take a lot of self-portraits where I need the self-timer setting. So this really comes in handy for me because basically what you can do is hit the self-timer button 3 times and then that'll set it to 3 photos. So you set up your camera, go sit where you want to sit and take your pictures, and then you don't have to get back up in order to hit the shutter button again and take another picture and wait for it. You know, like it'll count down to 10, take 1 picture, count down again, take your 2nd picture, count down again, take your 3rd picture, if that makes sense. So it's really nice for self-portraits. Definitely going to be using it more for self-portraits just because of that feature. I hadn't used a camera that had a self-timer feature like this. I mean, I haven't really used that many cameras to be honest, but this is pretty new to me and I really enjoy that type of self-timer, so yes. This camera also has the option to show the date on your photos, so basically to set the date, first you have to power on the camera, then you hold the date button until the date icons on the display screen start to blink, at least 2 seconds or so. Then you can use the self-timer button to change the numbers. You can set the date of this camera down to the hour and minute mark, which I think is pretty cool. And there's 4 different date display settings, so however you want the date to display on your photos, you have a couple options there. Having the date display on your photos might not be something you want all the time or like on more professional type of photos, but I wouldn't really say this camera is good for professional photos for 1, but for 2, I think having the date on your pictures gives that nostalgic type of vibe. I think it's fun for like parties and like if you go out with friends to like a bar or like some sort of event. I think it can be fun to have your date displayed on your photo. But that's just me, you know, it's all personal opinion right there. overall, I was really impressed with this camera. I got some good results in my opinion, especially for how cheap of a camera it is. I felt like it did pretty well and it's fun to shoot. Like, it just has a very, I don't know how to explain it. It's fun to use. It's bulky, which is a bit of a setback, but it is still light for its size, honestly, and it's a fun camera, you know what I mean? The reason why I like taking it to like parties and bars and stuff is because it's cheap. You don't really have to worry about breaking it. I don't know if you're like me and very clumsy, especially when I drink. It's very nice to have a good camera like this because I used to take my mom's old Olympus camera and I haven't broken it yet, but like it's nice to have a camera like this around. So for those type of situations where I just want to like document memories and stuff with my friends that are just like stupid random pictures that are fun to look back on, this is a good camera for that, in my opinion. I think it would be good to take on a road trip or some sort of like vacation or like travel spot. It's a fun camera. It's a fun camera, I think. I think this is the first time that I'm actually reviewing a camera on this channel, so let me know if I missed anything or if there's something you want to know about it that I didn't cover. If you have a question, just comment below and I will try and answer as quickly as possible. I tried to cover as much as possible, but I'm also going to be including a link to the user manual, like a PDF version of it, in the description if you want to see it, and I will also link a folder with my photos that I took with this camera so you can see them in a bit of a better resolution. So check that out if you want to see it. Check out my other videos if you want, or don't. It's up to you. It's a free world, isn't it? At least where I am, it is. I'll see you in my next video. Peace out, Girl Scout. Bye bye. Hi friends, welcome back to the channel. Hi Jasmine. Hey, can we say hi? Can we say hi? It's been a while since you made an appearance. Can we say hi? Say hi. Look. Look. Look! Right here. No, up here. It's up here. You're so cute. I love you. Say it back. Ew. Next, when you press the mode button, the first thing that caught... Doesn't belong in there. Next, and perhaps the... Hey. You comfy? I will literally not hear any cars for a straight hour, but as soon as I turn the camera on, there's just cars. They just keep coming. Why?